Alright everyone, we're back playing Hitman 2. Yes, I've done 2 videos tonight, so what? I'm kind of in the mood to do them. Hang on a minute. Just occurred to me that this looks awfully familiar. Not 100% sure why. Oh, hang on a minute. This is the tutorial from the first. Okay, so this is definitely something. This is a very interesting beginning, we'll say. Yeah. So apparently, I'm not sure, I have the prologue pack installed because I have the original Hitman. Not the Game of the Year edition, just the original one before that. So I don't have the goatee upgrades, but that's definitely something. Okay, well I don't remember this being in the original intro cutscene. And I do not remember her being there. I do not remember there being... Yeah, okay, so there's different scenes here. The cutscenes are different. Agent 47 talks more. So that's that. That's, I guess, a more, you know, involved take on the series. But yeah, so here's Hitman 2, I guess. If you have the... Hang on, this is also reminding me of something. I can't quite put my finger on it. But, alright, okay, well I'll get him anyway. It's like having a deja vu. It's like that bit in Metal Gear Solid 4 where, you know, you go back to Shadow Moses Island. And, well, that's really something. I think I got an achievement for that too, like, you know, pacify your first body. So that's that. Hang on a minute, no, this is really reminding me of something. Hey guys, it's me again. I'm playing Hitman for the PlayStation 4. As you can see in the lower left corner it says beta. It's very generous of them to give me a free demo for this game. So yeah, I haven't bothered buying the full game and set up. Oh, seriously? I just shot through concrete? Okay, cool. Whatever floats your boat. Anyway, so I haven't bought the full game yet because this is still perfectly playable. So yeah, I was... Okay, yeah. So that was 2.5 years ago now. That video was April 2016. And that was the beta for the first game. So it's interesting actually when you see it and you compare it. I know the final build or the final update, the most recent one for Hitman 1 has, you know, changed the game a bit since. So the game doesn't necessarily look as it did in the beta. There are some slight visual upgrades. And plus that was PlayStation 4 footage, whereas this is Xbox One footage. But, you know, it's still nonetheless the same thing. And also, interestingly, the Hitman, the first Hitman, the 2016 reboot, I should say, not the first one, because it's nowhere near the first one, ran at 1080p on both Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Here, it runs at 900p on Xbox One. And I'm not... Hitman 2 does, at least. And I'm not too sure if the you know, legacy levels run at 900p. I honestly cannot tell because my TV is at this weird 1440 by 1080 setup. Something like that. It's pretty close to that. So it's not quite native 1080p. So it's a bit awkward because, you know, people go like, oh shit, Xbox One version's 900p. And I'm like, well, it doesn't look that much different. To me, it doesn't, at least. But that's just my TV for you. But, okay, no, I'm definitely heading back. So, I'll tell you what, the quality of life changes to Hitman 2. There's, judging from these levels alone, you can already tell that there's a few differences. For one, there's the whole, you know, hiding and cover thing. So the NPCs won't go, huh? Who's that? Security! And, you know, fuck up your game just because you slightly, like, brush someone's shoulder. So, yeah, that's an immediate plus. I didn't realize that bar thing was there. And, of course, you can obviously tell them UI changes and stuff like that. They're better. Controls are about the same, which I guess isn't bad, but it wasn't great either, because the original game didn't play that well. Sorry. I got this big gorgeous cat looking at me. No. Anyway, so, yeah, other than the resolution downgrade, the game does actually have a few engine improvements as well. Lighting's a bit more, well, lighting is better. I can't specifically remember what the differences were in lighting between this and the first game back in 2016, but I get the feeling that it's slightly better. It does look slightly better, and you know, character models and you know the shirts, the textures, the texture detail is much more, you know, cleaner and more refined, I shall say. So I guess that's that going for it as well. And when I did the freeform mission, there were flashbangs, so that was cool. So yeah, gameplay changes. This, you know, this is a sequel that's perfect if you're getting into the series for the first time, because the prologue is basically the same game. So you could basically just download the 2016 demo if it's still up there, because it is free to start. So you can basically download the 2016 version, the free to start one. And then, if you like it, you can just go to this, because you can play the same levels again, although you'd have to get the gold edition. But then again, for me, my case is a bit odd, because I paid $30 for the non-game of the year, the complete first season version. So, and when I went to get the legacy pack, it was like $52, but because I had the levels, it was free. So, yeah, that's very strange now I think about it. Like, you had to be in a very specific circumstance where you could get a good value out of this, because that basically means now, you see my piss poor aiming, but that basically means I can now, like, you know, get the game cheap physically through Amazon Australia or JB Hi-Fi for about 70 Australian dollars instead of 100, and basically get the complete Season 1 and 2 experience for about the same price as the full game at EB Games or digitally, per se, because digital pricing down here is not great, but yeah, sales can be pretty good sometimes. So yeah, that was the Hitman level. If you go and watch the original Hitman gameplay video from 2.5 years ago, you'll notice there's a massive change between how I played this game then and now, because I played Hitman 2016 earlier this year, and I played it a lot towards mid-2017 and then April this year. So there was a lot of stuff I did then. So that was great. That was it was fun going back to this and going, oh wow, because it's been 7 months. So, you know, it's always good to head back and play some. Also notice, actually, now that I think about it, the frame rate isn't that bad, because I remember the frame rate being a bit dodgy around here. Seems like it's a bit better. What the fuck's Ada Wong from Resident Evil doing in the queue? The fuck are you doing, lady? Shouldn't you be back fighting BOWs? Okay, no, she's gonna wait for this poor KFC bootleg man to throw up in the bathroom. All right, well, I mean, if you insist, I mean, fair game. I'm just gonna say it before anything fucks up, because I don't know knowing Hitman. I genuinely do not know. Because I remember in the first Hitman, you would come across someone. Oh my god, that woman is short. But in the first one, you would, like, you know, someone would just walk in the toilet and then instant game over you, because, like, you know, they'd be caught and they'd be like, oh my god, there's someone there. So yeah, shit like that. Just random stupid shit. But okay, so I'm just thinking what else to say. In a nutshell, this game's a lot more... Whoa, okay. Poor dude just disappeared. He was probably getting teleported to another dimension. But yeah, this game is so much more refined than the first one, which is a massive plus. Oh, okay, fine, I'll just leave the toilet door open. Apparently that's not common courtesy, but it is in this game, so take that what you will. But yeah, refinement's the key word to take out of this. So for those who have Hitman 1, but if you paid full price for Hitman 1, that's really unfortunate, because, I mean, oh. Does having the game physically count towards you being able to get the prologue pack? Okay, that's very weird. I clearly haven't read into this. That's very interesting. Okay, is IOI Interactive independent still, or are they owned by Warner Brothers? Because, I mean, I guess it depends on which version of the game you have. If you had the original, Square Enix and Warner Bros. Would show up, but if you had the physical... It's strange. It's strange how it's changed hands over the years. Like, you'd have splash screens of Square Enix, you know, IOI, and Warner Bros. All in one. Or at different points in the game's development cycle for the first one. And here it's just Warner Bros. So that's very odd. Very peculiar. Surprise, bitch. Well, he's, well, that was easy. But then again, I've done this level so many times. When I checked the challenges for Hitman 1, just to see how much I'd done of this tutorial area, I did all but 2 challenges, and I think one of them, they were both in the final test. And one of them was the Hammer Bros one, and then the other one was some other one. I can't remember what it was, but it was something related to the final test, not this freeform training mission. So I haven't got much else to say. I'm so sorry. I've clocked in at about 9.5 minutes. I think that's pretty good, personally, considering I've done 2 videos tonight. I am pretty happy I got this one done. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to take the card. I'm going to take the boat out, even though this is... Hang on a minute. Is that the... Huh. It's the red Australian flag. That's the Navy ensign, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. I think I've got that wrong, but... Yeah, okay. I'd only know that because I've taken an interest in flags lately, but, you know, that's alright. Oh, the UI's a lot nicer, too. Ooh, I like that. Alright, well that's that. So, what's next? What's the splash screen? Oh, wow. Big boy. Wow, he won big boy. That's really something. I'll tell you what though, that's pretty neat. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Take care everyone, and I shall see you in the next video. See you later.